Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be doing a short video giving you a little talk through my creative process when I'm creating a beat. So what I've always done is I've always said I'm going to start with the melody when I'm creating a rap beat. That's the main type of beats I do. I've always said I'm going to start with creating a melody and then go ahead and add the drums in later and add the different asks, build it all off one central little melody. But I've changed my mind about this. I'm going to explain why. Now I've decided that I will always start with the drums, especially when you're stuck for ideas and lacking creativity in your melodies. So I'm just going to play you this piece, this beat I've made. I'll just play you a bit of it so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll talk you through my process of how I created it. In fact, so I'll play it from. I'm not going to play it from the start because I'll play it from here. So that's just a little sample of what the beat sounds like. Now I'm going to talk you through the process of how I created that, because at the time I was completely devoid of all creative inspiration. I was thinking I haven't got any ideas, no ideas for a melody. So all I did was I thought I'll just think of a good sounding rhythm. So I put the tempo to 90 beats per minute and I just thought of the rhythm. So I'll solo out just simply the kick and the snare because that's all it starts with. And I'll loop this region. So all it started out with. I had no inspiration, no ideas at all. So I just thought simple beat, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch, like that. Just very simple. And then once you get the basic framework, you can start to expand from there. So then I added in this bit at the end of each 4-bar loop. So that fast sequence of kicks and snares at the end creates a bit of momentum. Then I decided I wanted more of a hard hitting punch through the 808, and this 808 is actually called Punch Me, which is quite ironic. I didn't mean that, but so I layered up the 808 and the kicks. So where I'd had kicks, I literally put the 808s on the same place, and then I did some EQing to make sure they wouldn't clash. I'll do a video on that explaining it, how to EQ kicks and 808 so they don't clash, so you can layer them. But with the 808s and the kicks together, it's quite hard hitting. So I'll play this. So as you can hear there, let me just get this loop to be even. As you can hear there, it starts to get a bit more. From there, it gets a bit more sort of thickness to it. There's a bit more substance to it, and then I started adding the hi-hats in. So I'll play this one first, just for this one. So those hi-hats are very subtle, just little short hits, but it gives the track some much needed bounce, which is really important. Now we'll go on to adding the second hi-hat, and then it really starts to take shape. So now you can see it's starting to resemble a rap beat, and it's all started just from the kick and the snare, which was just the most simple pattern ever. I had no ideas, but it's starting to take shape now. I'm going to play this rattle roll in at the end. This will just play at the end bit, gives it a bit of a a bit more substance in the end of the 4-bar loop where there's that fast kick and snare sequence. So that ch 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 just adds a bit of momentum at the end of each 4 bars. Then adding this in. So what that does is it just creates a bit of continuity in the track with just the little blick every 2 beats. So it just creates a bit of momentum, gets that feeling of movement and the track running along. And then finally, I added the bongo in. So now, as you can hear, it's starting to take shape as a track, and that was all from just this kick and snare. So once I had all that, I've got a really solid drum beat in there, and I can start adding melodies. And then all I did was create this very basic 4-note little cycle here, and this is what it sounds like. So that's all it started as. And once I got that little 4-bar thing, I knew I wanted a little bit on the first 2 bars of it, a little bit of melody on the first 2 bars of the 4 bars, and then a little bit of melody on the last. So as you can see here, I've got strings and that coming in there in the first 2 bars, and in the second 2 bars I've got these other strings here, a harp and an organ. So I'll play it just with the first 2 with the strings included as well. So I'll solo it out so you can hear it better as well. So I had those 2 playing together. So now that front end of it, the loop's taking shape, and I kind of wanted. I remember what someone Hans Zimmer said about composition, that in music it's like a conversation where you're having answers and questions. So I wanted these 2 strings to be almost like an answer and a question. So I'll have the first string here and the second string here, and you can see how it sort of has that answer and a question kind of vibe. So the first strings are coming in and going, sort of posing this tone of it's quite hard to explain, but they're ascending, and then it feels like it's leading to something, and then when you get to these ones down here, it sort of takes you back down, so it feels quite complete in a way. And I added this harp and over in the second part of it. And the thing is, once I'd created this initial melody with these 4 notes, once I'd created that initial melody, I could build everything else around that, and I built that melody around the drums. So I'll add in this little organ thing here, so you can hear that all together. So now you can see it's really started to take shape. It sounds like a proper track, but I felt like it needed something more, something that was going to cut through on the high end, something that was going to kind of catch your memory a bit. So I got this little solo with the piccolo. So I'll solo it out for you with just the piccolo and the drums, and this is what it sounds like. Sorry. So it's just a quite little catchy rhythm, catchy tune at the piccolo. And when I hadn't got the drums or anything, I couldn't come up with any melodies. But once I'd started the drums, started with a basic 4-note melody just to get my juices flowing, then bang, I could pick out these little nice melodies. So I'll play you through now the whole beat, and you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so that's the end of the beat, and well, I might change it, make some changes to the arrangement, but that's the ideas I got down. So as you can see, I think that's quite a decent beat, and it all started with a day where I was thinking, I haven't got any ideas here, what am I going to do? So starting with the drums was a really good technique for me to use in order to get the ideas going, and when I didn't feel like I had any ideas, I could start off with something really basic and build from there. So that's why from now on I'm always going to be starting with the drums, because I feel like that's what your whole track is built around, especially in a rap beat. It's so important to get that good bounce in the track. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, share, all the rest of that stuff. And by the way, thank you for 300 subscribers. I just recently hit that. And turn on your notifications if you want to be notified when my videos come out. So click the little bell button so you get notified when I release a new video. And tell me down below what videos you'd like to see more of. So I hope to catch you in the next video, and I'll see you guys later.